The first question is coming from Kahari Jones Jr.
Hey, what's going on, CJ? Sorry, unfortunately, you guys lost tonight. But I wanted to ask you a question. I saw you retweeted a post that talked about how you beat one of the most unappreciated players in the NBA, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. You know, just as far as like just where you at, you've been playing at a high level. Can you just elaborate on just where you feel like you at in your career?
I thought it was a good article. I thought it broke down my game, kind of the steps I've taken, the steps I need to take consistently for us to be good, and for us to, get over the hump of, first round or second round and kind of make that leap to either conference finals or NBA finals. So.
Okay, first question is coming from Kahari Jones Jr.
Hey, what's going on, CJ? Sorry, unfortunately, you guys lost tonight. But I wanted to ask you a question. I saw you retweeted a post that talked about how you beat one of the most unappreciated players in the NBA, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. You know, just as far as like just where you at, you've been playing at a high level. Can you just elaborate on just where you feel like you at in your career?
I thought it was a good article. I thought it broke down my game, kind of the steps I've taken, the steps I need to take consistently for us to be good, and for us to, get over the hump of, first round or second round and kind of make that leap to either conference finals or NBA finals. So I thought it was well done. It kind of chronicled, my journey from Lehigh to now, my work ethic, how I've kind of changed my shot profile and how I've been consistently, kind of producing throughout my career. But I just thought it was a good article. I don't necessarily think that I'm undervalued or anything of that nature, but I think Kevin does a great job of storytelling and kind of putting things together and creatively sharing different things about my game and how I've gotten to this point.
And then lastly, can you just elaborate on just the value of Carmelo? You know, he's been playing with you guys and, just the value that he's bringing, the leadership, his experience, and also just how is it helping you in your career?
Yeah, you talk about a first ballot Hall of Famer, a guy who's been around for a long time, 18 years. He's hit big shots. He's played in playoff games, and just his presence in the locker room, his presence on the court. You have to respect him. You have to respect what he does out there. And you have to respect the fact that he can obviously put the ball in the hole. But I think he's done a lot for us on the court, a lot for us off the court, and we continue to try to, keep his legacy alive.
Casey Haldall, Trailblazers.com.
CJ, what do you think about your guys' execution in the last minute, and how did you? And if you could walk us through your last shot there and how you liked that attempt.
I thought we executed pretty well. I took a bad one that led to a transition shot, so that was my fault. But outside of that, I thought we got some good looks. Norm got a great corner three. I think he might have got a corner three earlier in the game, and that's a guy who's damn near 50, 40, 90. So you live with that every day of the week. And questionable call down the stretch. They called the foul. PG went to the line, and then I got a pretty good look from the elbow. Thought it was down a little long, but I thought we competed. I thought we did enough to win tonight and just to get over the hump.
Thanks, CJ.
AJ McCord with Coin.
CJ, you guys are making a habit of being in these close games, and unfortunately, 2 of the last 3, I believe, have not gone your direction. What is the feeling in the locker room? What's the mood after these close losses?
Yeah, it's a make or miss league. There's a lot of great players out there. It's going to come down to the last few possessions, especially when you're playing against playoff caliber teams. Obviously, up 10, we would like to kind of extend our lead in that second quarter, but we didn't, and we continue to fight throughout the game. And it just comes down to giving yourself a chance to win games down the stretch. There's going to be a lot of closely contested games, especially with us having 15 games left, mostly against playoff caliber teams. So we'll continue to get better. We'll continue to get back to the drawing board, and hopefully we'll be healthy as we get closer to the playoffs.
You mentioned the 15 games left. With that end of the season coming up so close, how much are you guys eyeing the standings and sort of weighing the rest versus the need to get wins, stay where you are?
It's a combination. Guys need to be healthy going into the playoffs, which is first and foremost. Otherwise, we won't be at our best. And then just trying to avoid the playing game. I think that's the biggest thing. Making sure that we're able to get that rest. The season ends on the 16th. Being able to get rest at the 22nd or 23rd would be ideal for us, especially since we've been banged up most of this year.
Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
CJ, do you have an opinion on the verdict today?
As a black man, it was hard for me to watch the video. It's hard for me to kind of watch the trial. Seeing stuff like that just it's not good for my psyche at this stage in my life. But happy the family was able to get its proper due, obviously, with the guilty verdict. But his life is still not here. He's still not coming back. Obviously, with the body cams and things of that nature. Someone tweeted basically, we watched it in 4K and it still felt like a 16 seed beating a 1 seed in order for there to be a guilty verdict. And I don't think it should be like that at this point in our lives, especially here in America. And I think that, going forward, there's probably thousands of cases in similar situations in which there is no body cam, there is no footage, and it's just a he say, she say situation in which more oftentimes than not, the cops get off. But I think there's a lot of change that needs to be done in terms of law enforcement. I think the George Floyd bill should be passed. And I think we're taking steps in the right direction, but we have a long, long ways to go as a society, especially when it comes to law enforcement and how the Black and brown people have been treated historically.
Did you guys talk about it as teammates in the locker room before the game or during the day?
We haven't, but I've been in ongoing conversations with the NBPA committee, speaking to Michelle, CP, Garrett Temple, Harrison Barnes, Dre, Tolliver, the list goes on and on about, just trying to spread the right messages, making sure everybody has the facts and figuring out what was going to happen in the event that it wasn't a guilty verdict.
Okay. Thanks, man.
All right, we're going to wrap there. Thank you, CJ.